Hello and welcome to the RPM Show's YouTube page, as featured on youtube.com/rpmradio. I am Adam Miller, the movies correspondent for the RPM Show, and in this video I will be discussing the movie Kick-Ass. Now, the reason I am doing a simple video on Kick-Ass and not the Facebook status update, which is what I do week after week, is simply because this movie, there is so much to talk about, mostly in regards to the content of certain characters, but I'll get to that later. But there is simply a lot to talk about that I cannot fit into a short paragraph. So this is what I'm doing. I'm putting this all on this video for you to see, and then you can judge on your own. And I look forward to your emails as well, as I usually do. Basically, Kick-Ass is a send-up of superhero movies, or a parody or a spoof, whatever you want to call it, of superhero movies. Like, it references Spider-Man, Batman, Fantastic Four, a whole bunch of them. And it's basically a kid played by Aaron Johnson, who is kind of a caricature of Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man, decides that in a world where crime is part of everyday life, then why doesn't, the normal average human being pretend to be a superhero, or become a superhero for that matter? Why doesn't someone put on a suit and fight crime? So that's what he does. He buys a green scuba suit on the internet and becomes the superhero Kick-Ass. Well, this, of course, inspires other people like Chloe Moretz and Nicolas Cage, who are a father-daughter team, Hit Girl and Big Daddy. Big Daddy's kind of like the wannabe Batman, and Hit Girl is this really violent and dangerous Hit Girl. And Christopher Mintz-Plasse is Red Mist, who is actually the son, whose character is the son of the villain, played by Mark Strong. Now, in regards to the slight controversy that this movie ensures, it's mostly in regards to one character, and that's Chloe Moretz, who plays Hit Girl. Now, in so doing, the controversy that this movie, has in it, basically makes this movie the next case study for violence, for the influence on violence on children. Because Hit Girl is a character who we see talking like she's Tony Soprano, and using a lot of very graphic language, and who is a girl that pretty much stabs and disembowels and rips people to shreds and shoots guys in the head. Basically, she is like the main character in a Call of Duty, one of those really violent video games where they're shooting people up and what have you. And so, in essence, the controversy there comes from, have we gone too far with the influence on violence on children? Well, because she is an 11-year-old girl who is seen blowing people up, ripping people to shreds, she rips a guy's leg off, and she stabs a hooker with 2 huge knives, and I guess that's where the controversy comes out. Now, in terms of what I thought of the movie personally, leaving the theater after seeing it the other day, I was absolutely ready to give this movie a complete, 1 out of on a scale of 1 to 10. I was ready to give this movie a 1. I mean, I did not like this movie. And, I was expecting it to be funny and humorous and, witty and all, which, it was witty. But the problem is that being a spoof, it's simply required to be funny. Basically, you're laughing at what they're making fun of the superhero movies, and so you're asked to laugh at it. But I did not laugh at anything. The only thing I laughed at was Hit Girl dropping the C-bomb and the F-bomb a couple times. That's the only thing I was laughing at, because that gives new meaning to kids say the darndest things, as Bill Cosby would say. But in actuality, but after thinking about it for a little while, I actually raised this movie to a solid 5 out of 10, simply because I believe that this movie's saving grace was Nicolas Cage, who plays Big Daddy, in which he does a very lively impersonation of Adam West's Batman, and Hit Girl, played by Chloe Moretz, who is a 13-year-old girl who is acting like an 11-year-old, but who, in my opinion, is probably a very promising actress with this movie, and this movie's probably going to get her name out there as, not exactly I would say it would make her a huge star, but it's going to get her name out there, and I can pretty much assume that she will be ensured a very lively future in Hollywood as a result of this movie and this role. Now, so that's it. I basically give this movie extra points simply because Nicolas Cage is in it, and he's one of my favorite actors, and he does a humongous job in this. You know, he plays the part really well. And Chloe Moretz, who simply makes this movie. She raises the movie, you know, through a lot of its flaws. I mean, and you know, it's simply I mean, I didn't really laugh at anything because it was simply not funny, and for the most part, it was mostly, I thought, somewhat boring. But yeah, that's my thought of Kick-Ass. You know, it was. I was having I did have little expectations for it. I mean, I thought it would be really fun, and thought it would be a humongously good spoof, but but I was really disappointed with I must say with the end result because I was expecting it to be funny and it wasn't. So you know, I don't feel let down. I just feel like, you know, it was kind of so what. But yeah, so that's my thoughts. I give it a solid 5 out of 10 only because of the two characters that I mentioned before. Now that is my brief analysis or review, I should say, of Kick-Ass and the controversy surrounding it. And that's basically why I'm putting this all into a video, because I can fit this into a quick under 10-minute video instead of a short paragraph on Facebook. Now, if you have any questions and you want to share your thoughts of Kick-Ass, if you have seen it yet. But if you haven't seen it, I mean, I'm not going to say don't go see it. I mean, go see it. But I just want to forewarn you that this being a comic book movie, now it is based on a comic book, but, you know, comic book movies generally draw a lot of people that bring their kids to see them and, you know, teenagers, what have you. This is an R-rated movie that contains a lot of very extreme bloody violence and some very graphic profanity. So, again, being rated R, you know, I'm forewarning you, do not take any kids to see this. Please be of the mature age. Ratings are there for a reason. Do not ignore them. But anyway, if you are of mature age, go see it. You know, see what you think. And if you like it, you know, you can email me at adam@therpmshow.com. If you didn't like it, do the same thing. Email me. You know, if you share your thoughts on what you thought of it. That's what I'm here for. I want to hear what you think about it. So, yeah, email me and go to therpmshow.com to check out, you know, new shows and stay on YouTube to check out new videos and, you know, stay on Facebook to check out new status updates. Thank you for your attention, and I hope this review is helpful. I mean, this is the only way I could actually give a full thing on Kick-Ass. But, yeah, hope this was enjoyable. I hope you know, go see it. If you don't, you know, whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. But, yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you later for next video. So whenever that is, I'll be seeing you. Bye.